Bodallin Dam is a lovely little campsite south of the Great Eastern Highway between Carrabin and Southern Cross. It isn't the easiest spot to find, so we have some detailed instructions on how to get there. Use the GPS reference to find the turn-off. At this point you'll cross the pipeline and turn immediately east onto a good unsealed road. Follow that road for about 1 kilometre to Stephen Road, and here you'll turn south. Keep going until the road starts to bend left. At this point you'll see a good gravel road going to the right. This will take you to campsite number 1 by the dam. Space at this spot is a bit limited, so if in doubt, walk in first if you've got a big rig. There could be other people camped there, and it might be quite difficult to turn around if there are. There's an open area on the way in on the right, so you can pull into that. You could even camp there if you wanted to. The road crosses an embankment, and just before it does, there's a track leading down to the left. This leads to the main camping area, but there's an easier way to get there, as the track going down is narrow and a bit overgrown with trees. Campsite number 2 is the main area. To find this, continue along Stephen Road until you come to a track leading right. It probably doesn't look quite as good as the first track that goes in, but it's okay, and I don't think any rigs would have a problem getting down it. The main campsite is to the east of the dam wall, and there's plenty of room for any types of rig. There's a small track leading along the south edge of the dam, and I walked this first to check it out. It leads to a great little spot by the edge of the dam, but the track's narrow and quite overgrown with trees. We just made it through with the coaster without any damage, but we did scrape quite a few trees along the way. There's a section of rock to cross by a small retaining wall, but anything our size or smaller should be fine. There are some ruts at the bottom to negotiate, but we managed without any difficulty. There are no facilities at the dam, so you need to be self-sufficient. People obviously swim in the dam because there's a pontoon moored out near site number 1. The main campsite will be the best for most people, but it may be worth checking out the other 2 smaller sites if you want to sit right next to the water. I really do recommend walking first to check these out, because if there are other people camped there, you could have quite a few problems turning around. The dam is set well back from the highway, so traffic noise isn't a problem at all. It's a very pretty little spot, and we highly recommend it. This will be more suitable for those without self-contained rigs, as there are toilets and other facilities such as seats, tables, a shelter, and even a public phone. The roadhouse can also supply food and drinks, as well as fuel. The only problem with this site would be the road noise, but you can get back a little way, and that might be okay for those who aren't light sleepers.